wonderful sweet baby. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about this crazy story that's pretty much going viral, and it's happening down in Mississippi. Now, this is going to sound completely fabricated, but it actually is not. So there is a story that's going up about a monkey that is on the loose, and this monkey has all sorts and types of diseases, y'all. So it was pretty much like a scene out of a movie. A guy that was driving a truck pretty much crashed the truck that had monkeys that had all sorts and types of diseases in it. And a few of the monkeys that had the diseases were pretty much, I guess, eradicated, and then they have now one monkey that is still on the loose and it still has the little disease or whatever. I'm gonna let you guys watch this video that I got from TMZ so you guys can get a little bit more information as well as backstory. So go ahead and check this video out.
This is gonna sound fake, but I promise it's real. A truck carrying 40-pound aggressive monkeys infected with hepatitis C, herpes, and COVID crashed on a Mississippi interstate. The monkeys were on their way from Tulane University to a testing facility in Florida, and the crash happened on I-59 just north of Heidelberg. The Mississippi Department of Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks is on the scene, as well as local law enforcement. The Jasper County Sheriff's Office said that all except one of the escaped monkeys have been destroyed, and they are continuing to look for that one monkey who is still on the loose. If you happen to come across the loose monkey, you are advised not to approach it and to call 911.
So here's my thoughts. I think that immediately when we all heard this and we heard monkeys and diseases, we instantly thought of the movie Outbreak. Now, I know a lot of people don't really know about this movie, especially if you are a part of a younger generation, but pretty much the premise of the Outbreak movie is it was pretty much about a wild monkey that escaped the lab. Then it went around infecting people because of its erratic behavior. So it would maybe scratch a person, and once the scratch got into the bloodstream, then that infected others. So it was, the GO, you already know the rest, that was trying to eradicate the entire town because they didn't want for this to become a whole nother issue. So I did go ahead and get the trailer that's been actually going around and going viral on TikTok as of late since this story has broke. I got the trailer of this movie so you guys can actually get a better understanding of it. And that way, if you guys want to watch this movie on your own time to kind of do like a little cross match of what's going down and what went down on that movie, then you can. But yeah, I do have to speed it up because I don't want to be copywritten. So yeah, this will be sped up, but you guys could get the premise of the story as well. So go ahead and check this out.
A deadly virus rages through a small California town.
We got 19 dead. We got 100 more infected, spreading like a brush fire. What are you talking about?
If a team of dedicated doctors can't find a cure, the military has a solution.
You don't worry about the town.
We're gonna kill all those people.
Can't do that.
Dustin Hoffman, Renee Russo, Morgan Freeman. Outbreak, rated R. Starts Friday, March 10th at a theater near you.
Alrighty, so you guys seen that. Now, just a few other things that I do want to mention when it comes down to this story. I find it to be interesting that they are transporting a monkey that has all sorts and types of diseases across the state. I feel like that right there is just pure bullshit. I feel like it doesn't make any sense to transport an animal with tons of diseases when if you were going to handle any kind of a situation and test these monkeys for any kind of things that are happening, you should have just done it in one specific location rather than having them transported all across town. This just very much gives they wanted to cause their own problems. And it shows you that they are, tampering with these things in, labs. They're tampering with animals in the labs, even though they claim that, they're not going to use animals to test. They're testing animals. They're putting these diseases into animals. They're transporting these animals with these diseases. And then when things like this end up happening, then the animals become erratic with their behavior. And then they go out and infect people as well. And don't you guys notice that like Donald Trump is always in office when something like this happens? I'm not exactly sure which monkey has the specific disease that is on the loose, but it'll be just our luck that it's COVID, right? because their ultimate goal is to make Trump look like he is the bad guy, which I'm not for Trump. I'm just, looking at the signs. And it's very interesting that now that Trump's in office, something like this major happens. And now we've got a monkey on the loose, which could have any disease there is and can infect a lot of people if they encounter the monkey. Also interesting too that, the monkey is on the loose in a red state. So this whole entire thing is very theatrical, and I'm very nervous about it because, the thing is, you just never know what can end up coming about from these types of things. We really didn't think that COVID would have been as crazy as it was, but then it turned into an extreme global pandemic. And now here we are finding out about this wild monkey that's on the loose, that's an angry monkey at that. So it's not even like it's a gentle monkey that you can maybe just kind of easily just get to be put away somewhere. No, this is an agitated, angry monkey that's going around and more than likely going to cause havoc on its own rather than for anybody to even have to invoke anything to make it do anything. It's just going to invoke that violence on its own. And it's just also interesting that this is all coming about when there's also a huge hurricane that's going down in Jamaica right now. So it's almost like we can't really even just focus simply on one thing without there being a whole nother thing that's ending up happening. Like Jamaica is going through it where they're having this huge hurricane with 175 winds per hour, and their whole entire country could flood out. And, their whole entire country could be in shambles once this hurricane finishes with them. And then, we skip over to America where there's a wild monkey with a disease that's running around rampant, and it's aggressive on top of that, running around rampant in Mississippi. And I'm all for AI and everything like that, but the minute that I actually typed everything in on TikTok to look up everything in regards to the monkeys, all that I kept seeing was AI videos of everything. Like people were creating AI videos of the truck driver, AI videos of the monkeys being on the loose. They were just coming up with fabricated footage of this, which, I mean, I understand that you guys want to capitalize off of the moment, but not everything's a fucking joke. I feel that when it comes to real life issues and real life things that are actually affecting people or can affect people, we do have to kind of leave the AI things alone a little bit so we can actually, be able to tell the real stories from the fake stories and also be able to just kind of put out the good information that needs to be put out there. So we are also able to kind of like help those in need because there's people out in Mississippi that need to know that they need to be on the lookout of a wild rampant monkey on the loose. And we don't need people showing fabricated videos and images that don't even exist of wild monkeys that they just made up from Soar AI. Like at the end of the day, have a little bit of compassion and a little bit of heart and be a little bit of a human, even though you're fumbling around with a machine to generate, AI images and movies and videos. But that's my opinion. What's yours?